Warning. This program may contain material of an explicit or graphic nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
Broadcasting undead from the B Ward, this is the Post-Mortem Show. I'm Dom.
And I'm JD. And today, the top 5 school-related horror movies.
Taking your asses to school.
Yeah, suggested by listener Michelle, that you know pretty well.
I know her pretty well.
Yeah.
Some might say biblically. Get onto the bus.
Yeah, come on, ride the train and ride it.
we're gonna get on the magic school biff.
So, top 5 schools. My list my only criteria, it's not just like a school, like this is the name of the school or something. It's a movie where school plays a role in the movie. An example of a movie that is not on my list but would fit this criteria would be like Scream.
Right.
Scream doesn't take place on solely a high school, but it's like there's characters going to school in it, that kind of stuff. So there has to be some
Nightmare on Elm Street, same thing.
Some people going to some type of school. It doesn't have to be completely school related.
Right.
So
yeah, I did pretty much the same thing. And it's funny in my research, it's amazing how many schools on film don't have names. Mm-hmm. It's just like we're at school now.
Yeah, or it's just generic the town's high school, like that town's name high school. It's never like the J. Edgar Hoover Transvestite Memorial High School.
That would be the best school ever. I think we have a rating system. Transvestite Memorial High Schools.
Your principal would be Frankenfurter. Yeah, top 5 schools. Going to be a good one. So, it's episode 99.
Yeah.
The great one, Wayne Gretzky, 99.
Yeah. This episode has a fantastic mullet.
It does. And next episode, we have special announcements. It's our 100th episode.
Episode.
Extravaganza. Ganza.
Break out the sequins.
And we're going to give you our top 5 horror kills.
Yeah.
All the kills.
And we're also doing the best and worst of 2017 that episode. Are we
the
not?
Morty Awards.
Yeah.
Yes. The best and worst 5 movies of 2017. But
chock full of information to tickle your medulla oblongata.
There might be surprise guests.
Yeah.
Can't say it yet. It hasn't been confirmed. I've asked Biff to make an appearance. He said if his schedule permits, he will be here.
Yeah, he's playing coy.
So, before we get into episode 100, this is 99. We still got the top 5 schools. And before we get into that, we got a little bit of horror news. Horror news. I got a horror win. Got a couple horror wins.
Me too.
For news this week. So, start us off this week. Guillermo del Toro got his very first Golden Globe for the Best Director for The Shape of Water.
Good
shit.
The
Golden Globe for Best Director in a horror movie. Not traditional straight-up horror movie. It's been called drama, romance, fantasy, sci-fi, horror, all these genres.
Guillermo del Toro does is more like phantasmagoria. Like this weird kind of like dream fantasy kind of thing, but it's dark usually.
But it's cool to see a movie like this, even though it's kind of dips its toes into horror. Haven't seen it yet. Looking forward to checking it out. We will be reviewing it on the show. Not next episode, of course, because we have some big plans.
Yeah.
But yeah, Guillermo del Toro took the award and had a speech. He said, "Since childhood, I've always been faithful to monsters," and that's why he went with The Shape of Water. The inspiration for it. He wanted to make like a classic monster, but take it to like a romance thing, kind of like a Dracula or something like that.
Yeah.
So he said, "For 25 years, I've handcrafted very strange little tales in 3 precise instances. These strange stories have saved my life. Once with the Devil's Backbone, once with Pan's Labyrinth, and now with The Shape of Water. As directors, these things are not just entries in a filmography. We have made a deal with a particularly inefficient devil that trades 3 years of our life for one entry on IMDb. And these things are biography, and they are life to us. He said, somewhere Lon Chaney is smiling on all of us as he ended the speech. So it also took home the best original score.
Nice.
Which we're into, you know, good horror score goes a long way.
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to this movie. I really want to check it out. And
the Duke's playing a fishman for the second time.
It's got, I'm remiss in not saying, Doug Jones.
Yeah.
Is the fishman. Doug Jones.
Cuckoo.
We love you. Everything comes full circle. This is episode 99.
Yep.
One episode away from 100. Doug Jones, episode 2.
Yeah.
One away from number 1.
That's right.
It all comes full circle.
Yeah, and we're like 1 degree of separation away from Doug Jones now because he mentioned us on Twitter or Facebook or something.
He mentions us on Facebook. He said he fell in love with us.
That's right.
And if you don't believe me, look at episode 2.
Yeah.
Screenshots.
It's there.
To be had.
All right. So, Rusty Cundiff's 1995 underrated classic Tales from the Hood is getting a sequel.
Yes.
Cundiff, who also directed the criminally underrated gangster rap comedy Fear of a Black Hat. If you've not seen this movie, see this fucking movie.
I've never seen that.
It's
Fear of a Black
so
Hat?
fucking funny.
Really?
It's.
I remember the VHS cover.
Yeah, it's funnier than CV4, and CV4 is a funny fucking movie.
Yeah, I like CV4.
So, yeah, Rusty Cundiff is slated to write and direct, again, and has been actively scouting shoot locations, including Anne Rice's old house in New Orleans. The original film was a horror comedy anthology that was extremely ahead of its times in terms of social commentary, and now with the success of Jordan Peele's Get Out, it may be time for Tales from the Hood to make its mark once again.
Hell yeah. What if Jordan Peele gets on board with that?
That would be awesome.
Jordan Peele, Tales from the Hood.
Yeah. Maybe like as a producer or something like that.
That'd be pretty sweet.
He could definitely bring some knowledge to him. I mean, Rusty Cundiff's been making movies for almost 30 years now, so I'm sure he knows a thing or two. But you know, Jordan Peele has been striking gold, so
for sure. I hope it's not just a one-off, one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
Get Out. But you know, it has some mixed reception. I always thought that everyone loved it, but I've been seeing some mixed reception to it online and stuff like that.
I think that the people who are talking negative about it are probably saying that because they're racist. No, and I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm saying that like you know, this is they look at it like a Tyler Perry movie or something like that. You know, oh, that's for black people. It's not.
It's
good.
far better. Tyler Perry is fucking bullshit.
I've never seen a Tyler Perry movie. I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But I think mainly people's mindset on that is that a movie that takes place in the ghetto about black people cannot be sophisticated and entertaining. That's their mindset.
Okay, I'll counter that.
Okay.
I'll counter that. Have you ever seen a little movie called Leprechaun in the Hood?
Yeah.
You tell me that movies in the ghetto with black people can't be sophisticated?
No, I'm saying it can be.
Lep in the Hood, come to do no good.
Do no good.
Come to do no good.
Yeah, no, I am fully on board with movies set in the ghetto, made by black people, capable of being very, very sophisticated.
Oh, I wasn't accusing you. Yeah. I just mean in general. So you're going to tell me that as in those other people.
Speaking of black people, I gotta share it. I gotta risk losing my job and share a story from when I was leaving work.
Yes.
As I was walking to the time clock, this little old lady got pretty bad dementia. She's sitting next to the time clock in her chair, and she looks up at me and she goes, "That black guy you like is in the dining room." And I'm like, "I like many black guys." And she looks at me and she goes, "It's about time you fessed up to it." I got gay joked by a 90-year-old dementia patient.
Interracial gay joke. Nice. That lady is my hero.
Yeah, she's pretty awesome.
That's funny. All right. Well, it didn't take the top spot at the box office. Insidious: The Last Key was a monster success, pushing past Star Wars: The Last Jedi for the number 2 spot this past weekend.
Nice.
So, positioning means nothing with horror as far as, who did what, awards, that kind of stuff.
Right.
All it matters right now is numbers and money.
That it makes money, yeah.
Yeah, this is good for horror. I don't know how good Insidious is going to be. I know the guy that directed The Taking of Deborah Logan directed this chapter, so I'm actually looking forward to it.
And the whole movie's about Elise, Lin Shaye's character, and she's the best character in that series.
Yeah.
So, it's awesome that at this time in our lives, a horror movie with a woman in her 70s as the lead character can fucking do fucking gangbusters in the box office. That's awesome.
It took in $29 million in a weekend on a $10 million budget.
Wow.
So it made $19 million its opening weekend.
Yeah.
So, in addition, international numbers estimate another $20 million for worldwide, making $49 million. Looking at a potential $60 million plus domestic run, which would make it profitable, but also a huge success story because on the budget too. It was a whopping success, but there was also more of a budget to it too.
Huge budget. Yeah,
yeah, $10 million budget. I thought Insidious movies had a way higher budget than that. So,
well, I mean, it is the fourth in the series now.
Yeah,
so
and with this success, there's going to be a fifth.
Yeah.
So Lynn Shay comes back as Dr. Elise Rainier. Brilliant parapsychologist faces her most fearsome and personal haunting yet, her own family home.
It's also awesome that a character that died in the very first movie, spoiler alert, continues to be like she was supposed to just be a one-off for that movie.
Yeah.
And people loved her so much that they're like, no, we want more of her. So they've had to use her more and more in the movies.
The Insidious movies are so unremarkable to me that I don't even remember her dying.
Yeah.
And I've seen all of them. And they're all okay. Like, when I watch it, I'm like, yeah, this is entertaining me. It's, it's not bad. It's just, it's very unremarkable after the fact, one-off watching.
I feel as though they got increasingly better as they went on. The first one I actually didn't like that much. There was just too much shit that was unintentionally silly. But as it went on, like as the movies progressed, I liked them better.
Yeah. So Josh Stewart, Leigh Whannell from Saw, Angus Sampson, Kirk Acevedo, Bruce Davison, Spencer Locke, and Caitlin Gerard also star in the movie. So Insidious: The Last Key, if you want to see it, check it out. I'll push it over the envelope, But I'm going to check it out, but I probably won't see it in the theater.
Yeah.
I got kids.
Right.
I got kids.
Better things to spend your money
That's why I built a movie theater here in the B Ward.
Yeah.
I mean, the recording studio
Right,
known
the
as
recording
B Ward.
studio, right.
That has a 120-inch movie theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Put surround sound.
We're rolling in it here.
And I put the subwoofer right underneath my ass.
Yeah.
Just rattle. Rattle those dingleberries.
Give yourself an audio clonic.
Let loose that cage. Rattle that cage.
That's right. Sonic enema.
I'm like that girl in the Howard Stern movie that straddles the speaker.
Sonic Sibian.
When I'm watching Doug Jones movies.
Crank the bass on
Crank the bass up. Lower the treble. I ride that speaker. Howard! Doug!
All right. So, coming to video-on-demand platforms on January 19th, it's an interesting-looking little bit of ugliness entitled Mom and Dad. This film is about a teenage girl and her little brother who have to survive 24-hour mass hysteria of unknown origins, which causes parents to turn on their children. The movie stars Nicolas Cage and Selma Blair as the titular characters, and the trailer is fucking bonkers.
Yeah, I talked about this on the news. Do you remember?
Yeah.
A few
the trailer's
episodes
out.
back,
Yeah.
and now the trailer's out, yeah.
Nicolas Cage uses his crazy face to fucking absolute perfection. I
Does
want
he
to
have
see
the
this
Raising
movie.
Arizona hair?
Yeah. Yeah, he's it's just fucking Nicolas Cage.
Hell-raising Arizona.
Hell-raising Arizona. I feel like when you like Nicolas Cage's movies at this point, they sort of transcend genre. He doesn't do horror movies or action movies or dramas. He just does Nicolas Cage movies.
Yeah.
And I like it.
I just can't wait for Necronomicon Air.
Yeah.
All right, so trailer for this year's Slender Man is already causing controversy.
Mm-hmm.
Releasing
Because it
May
looks
18th,
stupid.
Director Sylvain White's Slender Man is the first big horror movie centered on the titular internet phenomenon, created in 2009 as a creepypasta meme. Depicted as a thin, unnaturally tall man with a featureless head and face, wearing a black suit, Slender Man is said to stalk, abduct, and kill children. I wish that I created Slender Man and copyrighted that shit.
Yeah.
It came so mainstream lately.
Yeah.
But everyone can do it.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well,
it's
if you create something and some people kill or try to kill another person in its name, maybe that'll be your opportunity. Maybe someone will try and kill in the name of Biff. You got to trademark Biff now.
Yeah, that's true. Fictional character made headlines, just like Dom said, in 2014 when a 12-year-old Wisconsin girl was repeatedly stabbed by two other 12-year-old girls, both of them who claimed Slender Man made them do it. Anissa Weir and Morgan Geyser stabbed Peyton Lutner 19 times, nearly killing her. Bill Weir, the father of attacker Anissa, feels the film is exploiting the 2014 tragedy, and he's hoping theaters will make the decision to not play it. It's absurd they want to make a movie like this, the concerned father told the Associated Press this week. It's popularizing a tragedy is what it's doing. I'm not surprised, but it's extremely distasteful. All we're doing is extending the pain of all three of these families have gone through.
No, shut up.
But What about the fucking documentary?
Yeah.
Then?
Yeah.
So it's okay to make that documentary and get interviewed about all that bullshit, but you can't fucking make the horror movie.
And there's way more to Slender Man than just that thing, that occurrence that happened. Like, that's one thing that happened regarding it. And it shouldn't dominate the whole Slender Man mythos, you know?
Yeah.
And now, I've seen the preview for this movie, and I am not interested. It kind of looks like it's fucking dumb. But that said, you know, fucking
You
make
could
the
make
movie.
a great Slender Man
Yeah.
movie.
Oh, yeah, for
If
sure.
you wanted to.
If you had Doug Jones in it.
Yeah, Doug Jones. But they made that Marble Hornets last movie I reviewed, and that did have Doug Jones in it.
That's
It was
true.
Slender Man.
Yeah.
But not good. But that's it for my horror news this week. You got anything else?
I got one more. Pre-production is underway for HBO's True Detective Season 3, with filming to begin early this year. Stephen Dorff will star as Roland West, an Arkansas state investigator who, along with his partner, has his life and career influenced over 3 decades by a baffling crime. The season will also star Carmen Ejogo and Mahershala Ali, who was a standout in Marvel's Luke Cage on Netflix last year, and he gave a particularly powerful performance there, so I like to see what he does with True Detective. But this is the cool thing. Show creator Nick Pizzolatto will serve as showrunner and direct alongside Green Room's Jeremy Saulnier.
Sweet, yeah,
Yeah.
Jeremy Saulnier. Yeah, I think we talked about this a while back too. That, yeah, True Detective. First season, great. Second season, pretty good.
Yeah.
Not as good as the first season, but
It was different.
Large shoes to fill.
Yeah.
Large Woody Harrelson, Matthew McConaughey size shoes to fill.
Yeah. And they're involved with this season as producers along with Cary Fukunaga, so you know, maybe they'll have some influence.
Yeah, looking forward to it. So
I think they've chosen a great director who can do gritty realism.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, Jeremy Saulnier's movies are amazing, all of them.
Yeah.
And Murder Party also, but it's not the same as the rest. It doesn't have that grittiness. It's a comedy, horror
Right.
comedy. It's also good.
Shows his,
So he has range.
yeah, shows his range.
Okay, well that's it for horror news. We will be back with the good movie and the bad movie, and then our top 5 horror movie schools.
Escuelas de horror.
After this.
Hi, thanks for listening to the Postmortem Podcast. If you want to support us, go to our website at www.postmortemshow.com and click the Amazon link.
By clicking on the Amazon banner, Amazon will give a small percentage of the purchase price of your item back to the Postmortem Podcast at no additional cost to you. That's right. Doesn't cost you any money, we get money. You want us to keep doing this? You want more Doug Jones talk? You want more dick and fart talk? I don't care. We're going to do it.
Fund our filthy, filthy habits.
Yes, and they are many and they are fast.
And most of them aren't legal.
Yes. Click the banner. Just do it.
Come on, don't be a dick. Give us money.
It's time for the good movie. And the bad movie.
Okay, we're back with the good movie and the bad movie.
I feel like I was all like tongue-tied during that first segment. Kept tripping over
What-
my words.
what
Try to slow down and enunciate a little bit more
You
this
sounded
segment.
like you were eating out a Taiwanese hooker
I was. That's probably what it is.
during the segment. During the recording of that segment.
during the segment.
Will you tell Ming Chi to leave? We got to get down to business here. This is a serious audio business. All right, so my first movie I'm going to review. I say my first movie because it's the bad thing sometimes. The good movie, bad movie segment always great, but the bad thing sometimes it doesn't. It kind of hampers us when we're a little tied for time.
Right.
You know, I only had a chance to watch 2 movies, so
Yeah.
I have a pretty good movie and also an okay movie worth seeing. So I'll start off with the lesser of the two. 2017, directed by Kate Shorthand, starring Teresa Palmer and Max Reimolt. It's called Berlin Syndrome.
Oh, you watched that? I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, we talked about it on the news
Yeah.
a while back, and I was looking forward to seeing it, and checked it out. So, traveling all alone, searching for life experiences and self-discovery, young Australian photographer from Brisbane, Claire, leaves her real estate company to wander the streets of Berlin open up to a backpacking adventure across Europe.
Why are they always named Claire? That's like Claire and Emily are like the most common names in any.
True.
In any.
I think
horror
Amy
movie.
too is another one that's really common too. Yeah. So
like if she's a good girl, she's Claire. If she's like a sort of in the middle every woman, she's Amy. And if she's got a dark side, she's Emily.
yeah, that's pretty much the way it goes. So.
Claire Emily. That's every heroine in horror. Claire Emily.
So while admiring former GDR's architecture, Claire will accidentally bump into Andy, a charming, mild-mannered high school English teacher. And even though he's a total stranger, something in his gentle and sweet disposition will set the stage for innocent flirtation and the hassle of the big city. Eventually, as the two of them explore Berlin together, they will end up in Andy's vacant and somewhat dilapidated tenement building. But when morning comes, Claire will make an unsettling discovery and realize that in reality she's not just a guest, but a vulnerable caged bird kept inside a reinforced prison designed to never let her out.
Ooh.
So basically, it's a first date, they bang, she wakes up in the morning, he goes to work, and she can't ever leave.
Wow.
She's just stuck there.
Yeah. So it starts out like a like an Eat, Pray, Love kind of thing, and then turned into a hostage situation.
Pretty
which
much.
would have made Eat, Pray, Love a much better movie.
Yeah. This
Eat,
is
Pray, Love, get taken hostage.
This is how Tinder works in Berlin.
Yeah.
Wait, you swiped right,
Yeah.
that means you're my property.
Really, that's just German dating.
Very cavemanish.
What do you mean you want to leave?
So, I don't know where the romance is. This guy just was really weird with her, and they just end up having sex. Like, they were really awkward, and then all of a sudden they're banging ferociously.
It works for us.
I wish his part was played by Udo Kier. It would have made this movie better.
Probably even more awkward.
Do you have a dorsal fin?
Because he's old and gay.
Yeah, but he's also German.
Yeah, that's true. Which, again, old and gay as most German men. So,
So, in the morning, the dude goes to work, like I said, and locks her in the house. She realizes she can't open the door, and the windows are reinforced and can't break. He steals the SIM card out of her phone, and no one can hear her. So, she can't call, she can't yell, she can't break out. One thing this movie deals with is the fact that someone who's tied up has to pee and poop. And so she pees and poops her pants a lot. And
Cool.
that sounds like a minor detail, but it actually gave some points with me, because it's like a lot of these movies never really touch on that. Sometimes you'll just see them give him a bucket, but then the entire time of this capture, you don't ever see.
yeah, there's no shit in that bucket.
A lot of movies don't have people eating or poop.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna have to eat, even if you're a killer.
Yeah.
Well, have yourself
you know what it
sandwich
is
one
that,
time a day.
that Brad Pitt eats in so many movies that other actors don't have to eat, and Tom
He's
Hanks
compensating?
pees in so many movies that other actors don't have to pee.
Well, I'm gonna make my Hollywood debut as the designated shitter.
Yeah, we don't have one of those yet. So
Yeah, so Brad Pitt can eat.
yeah.
Tom Hanks and pee. I'm gonna shit my way into America's hearts, into their hearts and onto their TV screens.
I wish Sandra Bullock had done that.
Sandra Bullock is the designated shitter of America. All right, so one thing, like I said, in captivity, visited only sporadically by Andy, Claire goes batshit crazy, and Stockholm syndrome, or in this case, Berlin syndrome, sets in. See what they did?
Okay, so he's not in there constantly torturing her. He's just left her there.
He leaves her there, sometimes for days. One time for like a week and a half, and she thought that he was never going to come back. She was running out of food. The power got cut off. She was just freezing. It's in an apartment building when no one else lives there. Mm-hmm. Like a rundown apartment building, but his is fitted like it's a real apartment.
Yeah.
But it's like a shut down building. So with the Stockholm syndrome setting in, she starts to turn a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The movie does have its problem. Does removing a SIM card make a phone not work?
Yes.
It does?
Yeah.
I don't even have a SIM card, I don't think.
Well, is it a smartphone or is it like an old style phone?
No, it's a smartphone.
Oh no, you do have a SIM card in there.
Is it built in there?
Yeah, it's built in.
Okay, well, I don't understand technology, Dom.
Yeah, the SIM card is what communicates with the satellite.
Well, this movie doesn't have any problems then.
Okay.
I'm wrong. No.
Okay. It's a
So-
perfect film.
At 2 hours long, it dragged in the second act. Could have benefited from a better and more concise edit. I think that it does have some editing flaws. It could have used. There was a little bit of a lull.
Mm.
I was in there, but it was a little bit of a lull. It doesn't need to be 2 hours long. This story did not need to be 2 hours long to be told. Like 1 hour 35 minutes, 140 at the most would have been better. So this seems like it's a director's cut of a movie that never had a normal cut.
Gotcha.
It's just too long
Yeah.
for what's going on. But you could do a lot worse than Berlin Syndrome, though. It's a decent one-time watch. IMDb gives it a high 6.3. Pretty good for IMDb for a movie like this. I'd say it's even a little bit better than that. Maybe a 7. 7
Transvestite Memorial High Schools.
Memorial High Schools?
Yeah.
What was it? J. Edgar Hoover
Transvestite
J. Edgar Hoover Transvestite Memorial High Schools.
Yes. Cool. I still want to see it. So, I also do not have a technically bad movie, but my situation was the opposite of yours. I had plenty of time last week because I was sick for almost 5 days and was just fucking binge-watching movies.
Cool.
And I didn't watch a single bad movie.
That's awesome.
The entire time
so
I
you're
binge-watched.
stocked up.
Well, not all of them were horror movies.
2018,
though, so.
You got to stock up.
Yeah, but yeah, I've got.
Before we get in there, speaking of non-horror movies, did you see The Disaster Artist yet?
Not yet.
I just watched that.
Yeah,
2 days ago.
Was it good?
I don't know. I've been thinking about it a lot.
Uh-huh.
That sometimes not difference between good or like it resonates with you. Like
right.
Some things are like you watch it. Like I was saying, like an Insidious movie.
Yeah.
You watch it and it's like it's good, right?
It's technically good, yeah.
But it doesn't really resonate with me. I'll never think of it again.
Right.
But I've been thinking about that movie a lot.
I think that's a sign of a good movie when you're not sure if it's good, but you like Lucifer Valentine's films. Nobody actually wants to sit around and watch people fucking puke in each other's faces, but they're good movies. Because
I think that Hank Skinny wants to watch that.
Oh, Hank Skinny does. Yeah, that's true. I shouldn't say nobody, but yeah, cool. I want to see it. All right, so my less good movie, I guess I should say, it's a 2017 supernatural horror movie directed by Rich Ragsdale, streaming now on Netflix. It's called Ghost House.
Well, that was good, huh?
It was decent. So
I thought you talked about this before. Okay.
A young couple go on an adventurous vacation to Thailand only to find themselves haunted by a malevolent spirit after naively disrespecting a traditional ghost house. So, as I said, I want to preface this by saying it's not a bad movie per se. Julie and Jim are a seemingly happy couple who go on vacation to Thailand. While sightseeing, they learn about the Thai tradition of the ghost house. They're small structures left around cities and villages to house spirits that believe to haunt the areas. According to the film, and from what I understand, this is actually fairly accurate. Thai culture is steeped in belief in the paranormal, and to many, ghosts aren't even considered bad or scary.
I thought that, it was Ghost something else. That was like a Ghost Team or Ghost...
Oh, Ghost Team, yeah, that was a
Ghost
terrible
Team.
movie, yeah.
Okay, I remember you talking about that. That's why I was like, what?
Yeah.
I thought you reviewed that.
Yeah, no, this is
Sounds like
Ghost
Temple.
House.
Sounds like that movie Temple we just watched.
Sort of, yeah, but as opposed to it being an abandoned temple, they look like birdhouses, kind of. But,
Like those little Chinese lanterns, kind of?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all the local ghosts go and live there. So in their travels, Julie and Jim meet up and party with a couple of British dudes who seem to be nice at first, but get a little shady as time goes on. Eventually, the British guys convince them to visit a ghost house graveyard on the outskirts of town, where people, like, when ghost houses get broken down, they just kind of take them to this graveyard because they don't want to destroy them entirely because it's disrespectful to the spirits. And there, Julie is tricked into desecrating one of the houses. The British guys ditch them, and Julie begins to get tormented by a vindictive spirit. So there's a lot of good things about this movie. It's a very Americanized film, but it's also a very traditional Eastern ghost movie filmed in the style popularized by movies like Ju-on and Ringu. The people who made this movie are clearly fans of Eastern horror and did their homework. In terms of story and characters, the writers took time to build their characters before sending them off on the supernatural roller coaster ride, so there was a reason to care about them throughout the movie. And they were
likable characters?
Yeah, they were tolerable. They weren't like, I love this character, but they were people,
I like when... my favorite time is when you really like the character and you're invested in the character.
Yeah.
And also, it's a situation where you don't want them to die.
Right.
Too. But you're also like the concept of the... everyone... is going to vote for Freddy or Jason,
right,
to kill all the fuckers because they're
douchebags.
Yeah.
These characters they weren't super likable, but they weren't super douchebags either. Like the boyfriend gets drunk and does some stupid shit in a Thai strip club at one point, but it's more like it's because the British guys are setting him up to do it because they want to create conflict.
He didn't realize that there was any balls involved till they hit his face.
Right. No, dude, they go into that. They go into that subject in this movie, and it's pretty well done. The special effects in this movie were 95% practical and very good. The ghosts.
It's on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ghost was all prosthetics and camera tricks. She looked nasty as hell, and there were some questionable fire effects and a little bit of CG towards the end, but the rest of it was very good. The acting was fair. Scout Taylor Compton starred as Julie, and she gets cast in these roles for a reason. She's good at it. Mark Boone Jr., who was Bobby Elvis in Sons of Anarchy, has a great cameo as a pansexual alcoholic shaman. And the actor who played Jim, the boyfriend, did a decent job, though he kind of gave off a prick vibe sometimes that I don't think was intentional. My only complaint was the character who was sort of like their chauffeur named Gogo. He kind of struck me as a racist caricature, and that was kind of annoying.
Yeah.
There was only one glaring issue that I had with this movie, and that's that the ghost's motivation was not clear. Like, I couldn't tell if she was supposed to...
You hit my house, bitch.
Yeah, like, if that was it. But then, like, they do this whole, like, side story about how she hates pretty girls.
Put your dirty boots all over my couch.
Yeah, and it would have totally just made perfect sense if they just left it as she's pissed off because you fucked with this house. But the thing is, like, the girl didn't really fuck with the house. The British dude did. But the ghost was, like, homing in on the girl because she was pretty, I guess. It was very unclear.
Yeah.
And it kind of, like, made me feel like, but, like, that's my biggest
like, so more of, like, a writing standpoint than a direction?
Exactly. So, the real star of this movie was the score, which was also co-composed by the film's director. And this music was fucking good. It was a combination of classical Western horror movie score mixed with elements of traditional Thai music, like the weird throat singers and, like, tinkling bells and drums and all that. It was really, really good.
That's one thing too. When you go with like a foreign or like an ethnic based
you gotta
horror
have that
movie, a lot of times they miss the mark with the score because of the fact that it's just a standard, whitewash horror movie score.
Right.
When if you're going to go and you're going to have a film that's going to be in an area like this, you could incorporate the culture into the film. Or otherwise, why you got to be out there?
Yeah.
And why the fuck would you go to Thailand if you have it be Americanized?
You could have told the same story in fucking Santa Maria if you wanted to.
It would have been fine. Yeah.
And it also gives the whole movie a feel of, like, otherness. Like, the people are out of their element here. And the music added to that. There's this really cool, like, throat singing, droning thing that was happening in all the intense scenes. I liked it a lot, and I really would. I hope that this movie has a sound like the score available to just listen to somewhere, because this is the kind of music that I would just chill and listen to.
Awesome.
All in all, Ghost House is a passable movie with a few flaws. It was mostly hampered by confused writing and the limitations of its budget. But despite these issues, Rich Ragsdale definitely shows his chops as a director, and I'm curious to see what else he does. This was only his second feature film. The other one I have not seen, but this one definitely shows promise. So I'm going to give this 7 out of 10 J. Edgar Hoover Transvestite Memorial High Schools.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Just the way you liked it.
Yeah.
But why name the movie Ghost House?
Because it's about ghost houses.
Yeah, but you got to knock that fucking movie down one point for the name Ghost House.
Yeah.
What is the Japanese name for that ghost house? Name it that instead. Way better.
The Thai name. Yeah.
Yeah, or tiny. See, look at me all. See, speaking of whitewasher, what is the Oriental name for that?
What's the Wang Chang name for that?
Let me see. I'll name it myself. I'm gonna go get my silverware drawer, empty that fucker out into the tile floor. It's gonna go bang bang bang.
I'll just look at the title of the movie and squint my eyes real hard, and I'll see it the way they do.
Wow.
Yeah.
I do not endorse these.
No. The fuck those rednecks.
These are caricatures,
yes,
right?
That's right.
That's not coming from Dom and JD.
No.
That's coming from
Jom and Dady.
There you go. All right, my good movie this week is something that you need to watch right away.
Okay.
Because I like this movie a lot. You will like it much more, I think. I think you will.
Okay.
And I'll get into why. And I will also compare this movie to Mother.
Oh, wow. Which I liked.
Which you liked.
Yeah.
And I hated.
Yeah.
But I think you'll like this for the same reason you liked Mother. But also I liked it too.
Okay.
So, 2017, written and directed by Yorgos Lanthimos.
That's a name right there.
He's been to Greece once or twice.
Yeah, more than, yeah.
Starring Nicole Kidman, Alicia Silverstone, Barry Keoghan, and Colin Farrell. The Killing of a Sacred Deer. Have you heard of this?
I have not.
Steven is a charismatic surgeon. He's forced to make an unthinkable sacrifice after his life starts to fall apart when the behavior of a teenage boy he has taken under his wing turns sinister. So, okay, so I'm gonna start from the top. I want to get into a conversation about this movie, but I haven't even told you what it's about.
All right, yeah, drop it.
Let me lay it down first. Let me lay the groundwork and build it up. So, opens up with a close-up on some throbbing organ on the operating table with classical music. From right away, I thought, oh shit, this is going to be pretentious as fuck, like Nicholas Winding Refn, or like Mother was to me. The way I negatively felt about Mother.
Right.
This has a little bit of that hanging off of it.
Okay.
You know, it does have Nicole Kidman and Colin Farrell, and it is, you know, Oscar bait and all this stuff too. So, you know, it's got that going against it in my eyes. Those are great actors and stuff like that, but sometimes when it's too like, oh yeah, they're just... When I feel like it's pandering to like critics and stuff like that, then I instantly start to dislike it. I don't know why, but I didn't get that with this. So Colin Farrell and Barry Keoghan are awkwardly talking at a cafe. Dialogue is very short and succinct and very dry. It's more awkward conversation than... It reminds me of like a movie like Happiness in the dialogue. Mm-hmm. It's very this really awkwardness and like excision or something.
Yeah.
You know.
That's the first thing that kind of popped into my mind was Excision.
Yeah. Nicole Kidman and their kids at dinner. Colin Farrell has a really shitty Irish accent that is kind of distracting. But it's... The way everyone talks is like... Ba-ba-ba, ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Like the cadence of everyone's voices, it's off.
Okay.
Like it makes you... It kind of like... And I know it's on purpose.
Uh-huh.
I know it has to be on purpose. It kind of makes you feel like uneasy just watching these people talk to each other. Just in the way that their words come out. The sentence structure, like... How your voice rises and falls, you know, when you say like the beginning and ends, it's like kind of off, like
okay, stunted.
Yeah, it's weird, you know. It just it gives you a weird vibe. So it's time to go to bed. Nicole Kidman acts like she's passed out for anesthesia, so he can fuck her because that's how he gets off because he's a doctor. So he wants her to act like she has general anesthesia and lay there and do nothing and not move while he fucks her.
Okay.
Doesn't every doctor do it that way? I
think so.
Isn't that why you get into medical school?
You're the man of science, so you would know.
I am a man of science, and I can confirm. All of the ceiling fans in the house look like they're in stop motion and spin in different ways while the characters are talking to each other. I don't know why they did this. It was a little distracting, but...
Sounds like they're on DXM.
There's some weird stuff about this movie that I don't know. I watched it with all the lights off, paying full attention to it. No one else was here. Turn the phone off, put it in the other, you know, just really focused in on it. And so I picked up on all these things that if I kind of casually watched it and kind of fucked out from my phone and just didn't give a shit, you know, I probably would have been like, fuck this movie, it's boring, and turned it off. But there's these little subtle things that I think you would really enjoy. So
nice.
It's very slow and methodical. You know that I love awkward people doing awkward things. So I enjoyed it, but if listeners aren't into that, they may be bored. Because it does have a horror element to it. It does get there, but it takes quite a while. The daughter talking to Martin about her first period and asking to see his armpit hair. Things like that. That kind of awkwardness. Right. I just had my first period.
Very Excision.
Yeah, pretty much. Awkward scenes made me uncomfortable sometimes, and I like that.
Yeah.
It's hard to make me uncomfortable anymore with some of these movies.
Right.
I read some other reviews about how this has a lot of metaphors for Greek mythology, but you don't need to know that about or pick up on it to enjoy it. The choice he has to make and all that stuff like that, it's based off of Greek myths that this director wrote and directed from his culture that he turned into putting these subtle things that are part of these myths.
Nice.
And it's two different ones. I don't want to spoil it for you and tell you what they are, but after you watch the movie, you can look it up and look up the Greek myths that it talks about, and it's really cool. So, sort of a similar tone to Maps to the Stars, and We Need to Talk About Kevin, but more awkward.
So do they like mention the myths throughout the movie?
No,
or?
No. So you
just have to draw the
other people.
I
was reading after I watched it. You know, I wrote down my thoughts about it. You know, talk about it on the show and stuff. And I'm like, I wonder. You know, there's a lot of symbolism and stuff in this. So I'm looking it up, and I read it, and then some people, critics and stuff like that, were saying like about these myths and this is what it is, and I saw it right away. Like, oh wow, it actually is. You know,
cool.
And because it comes out of nowhere, like you have to suspend disbelief a little bit in this movie, but it's worth it. So Sort of similar tone, like I said, to those movies, but one of the weirdest spaghetti eating scenes since Goma. 2 hours long, it could have benefited from maybe a 15-minute cut. I know I say that a lot about movies, but I'm
Trim the fat.
of the belief, trim the fat, less is more.
Yeah.
It's a slow burn, though, so it might need the hour and 45 as opposed to an hour and a half, but it didn't need the 2 hours. So. IMDb gives it a 7.3. For once, I will agree with this consensus.
Wow.
7.3. J. Edgar Hoover Memorial Transvestite High Schools.
Awesome. I definitely want to see this movie.
What do you think the 20-year reunion looks like at that high school?
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
Awesome. So I have also a fantastic movie that you need to watch.
Okay.
Especially given your love for Halloween, and watching this movie makes me want to definitely, hopefully, I'll be able and have time and have the wherewithal to do it next year to help you with setting up your haunted house for Halloween.
Okay.
Because this is a 2017 documentary directed by John Snitzer, sorry. Streaming now on Netflix. It's called Haunters: The Art of the Scare.
I heard about this, actually, and I forgot all about it, because it doesn't... You know, Netflix has the thing where they push some movies to where you can't get away from them. And then they'll come out with other Netflix movies that you have to dig.
Yeah.
And this should be right up on my feed with, like, my watch history, so their algorithm is broken.
Right.
Know?
Yeah, you definitely got to watch this movie. So their description is, Haunters is a heart-stopping documentary about people who sacrifice everything to create the most popular and polarizing haunted houses for Halloween, from boo scare mazes to controversial new subculture of extreme terror experiences. So this is a great fucking documentary. It follows the ups and downs of people committed to the art of the scare. It follows a disparate handful of haunters, including a small-time Halloween fanatic who sets up a yearly elaborate spook house in his parents' front yard, a professional operator of a large-scale haunt, a legendary scare actress in the twilight of her career, and the people responsible for the creation of McCamey Manor, which is the most extreme haunt around. It also includes interviews with Jason Blum of Blumhouse Entertainment.
I don't know if you would say... those are big words, and if we talked to my friend Jason, you know, he knows about those.
Even Jason said McCamey Manor is the most extreme.
I thought he said Heretic was.
McCamey Manor doesn't have a safe word.
Oh, okay.
So it also has where was I? Fuck.
Jason Blum.
Jason Blum, the Soska sisters, all kinds of different people, sociologists and psychologists.
Slash. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, Slash.
Mackenzie Westmore from Face Off.
Yeah, Slash has like a 2-second appearance.
Jessica Cameron is in American Guinea Pig, the new one.
Yeah.
Song of Solomon.
Yeah.
She's in this too.
Yeah. And there's the thing that
follows the show on
Facebook,
Facebook,
interested me was they also interviewed sociologists and psychologists who work on haunted houses in like the LA area. And also the people who created the Blackout Haunted House, industry insiders, all kinds of people. They give their opinions on the past, present, and the future of haunts. So the thing that I liked about this documentary is that it doesn't actually focus on the haunts themselves, because a lot of documentaries have already done that. Those are just the framing devices to tell the story of the people who are insanely committed to their craft and want to create the best haunts they can at any cost. It delves into how these haunts affect their families, their work, and financial situations. And
they're paying their own money a lot of times, right? Not making it back.
Russ McCamey from McCamey Manor has spent $500,000, and he doesn't even charge people to go through. He has them donate dog food to a Greyhound rescue to go through his thing. It talks about how it affects their families, their work, their finances, the extreme level of devotion they have to the scare. The big story follows Russ McCamey, who runs a full-contact, no-safe-word extreme haunt out of his house in San Diego. The trials and tribulations he has to go through with his community, local law enforcement in order to achieve his vision. They keep trying to shut him down because they think that he's in there fucking killing people and worshiping Satan. And they're sending like city planning people after him and stuff like that, even though it's not like a business and he's not really doing anything illegal. His story is surrounded by equally interesting smaller stories, including a guy who spends thousands of dollars every year to build his own house, much to the chagrin of his tenuously supportive wife, but how it ultimately results in him being able to go pro and make money off becoming a set designer. Another really cool story follows a scare actress who got the shit beat out of her doing one of her scares, and got her back injured, and she has to figure out what the next step in her career is going to be.
Wow.
Yeah. Super cool stuff. documentary is very real, very raw. It paints all of his subjects as real people trying to bring their unique visions to life. It doesn't take any stance of its own on what is and is not a haunt, nor does it depict what these people do as easy in any way. It respects haunting as an art form and haunters as artists. It's very fucking cool. From a technical standpoint, this documentary was engaging. It never got boring. It got the information out there quickly and succinctly. It only clocked in at 88 minutes, so it wastes no time to getting to its point. And I actually felt myself wanting more at the end. So I'm hoping, because they delve into like some of the more abstract kinds of haunts, but they don't really get into it, and I'm hoping that maybe they'll do another one about that.
Yeah, that's awesome. This sounds like something I'm definitely going to watch it tonight.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you know, we've needed a new horror post-mortem kind of related documentary.
Yeah.
You know, those are my favorite things.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love the horror movies, of course, but the good documentaries that are disturbing documentaries, that kind of stuff, are always the best.
And I really like this one because even Russ McKamey, like, they paint him as a human being. Like, he's not just some sicko who likes torturing people. Like, he's into rescuing greyhounds. He works, he's a Navy veteran, I believe he is, and his day job is he works helping veterans get their benefits. And then he's also a wedding singer. And then he just runs this haunted house as his passion project.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So if you will prepare our sound effect, I'm giving this one 10 out of 10 J. Edgar Hoover Transvestite Memorial High Schools.
J. Edgar Hoover Memorial Transvestite High Schools.
Yes. If you have any interest at all in the art of haunted houses, watch this. It's very fucking cool.
Yeah, it sounds really cool. I'm gonna actually. Did you talk to Jason about it?
No, not yet.
We got to tell him.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll come back on with him. We'll talk about it again.
Yeah.
We'll see. So, all right. So, that's a good movie and the bad movie. That's it.
That's it.
Now, it's time to go to school. I'm going to school you. I'm going to learn you.
Get onto the bus.
You're going to learn today.
It's going to take you back to Beelzebub.
Is that...
It's Soul Coughing. It's an actual song. It's going to be our end song.
Okay. I was thinking, come on, ride the train. And ride it.
Well,
come
see,
on, ride
the one that I suggest is actually a good song. So.
Are you telling me Come On Ride the Train is not a good song?
Yes.
Well, I want you to come and ride the train. Get off of the train.
Uh-huh.
You're at the bus stop.
Okay.
You got your choice.
Yeah.
You want to get on the happy bus or the sad bus?
The sad bus.
You want to get on the sad bus?
I want to get on the sad bus.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to put out a spike strip. And pop those tires.
So you get on the sad bus and it doesn't go anywhere?
Yeah, you're going to be forced to get on the happy bus.
Okay.
And then we're going to go into our top 5 schools
All right.
after this. Thank you guys for all your support. You know, sharing our shit, liking our page,
Listening.
weekly,
Not suing us for anything.
semi-weekly,
Getting semi-hard.
for 30 seconds once.
Yeah.
No matter how long you listen, we still support you. Unless it is just one episode, then fuck you.
Yeah.
You better run for the fucking hills.
Run
But
through the jungle.
that's not what this is about. What this is about is we have now started the official Facebook group of the Postmortem Show.
Go on Facebook, look up Postmortem Show Horror Movie Podcast for a chance to share your favorite horror memes with us and occasionally be shit-talked by me.
That's probably accurate.
Yeah, I've already done it once.
Yeah, guys, join the group. We have thousands of listeners to the show. Right now, the group only has about 300 members.
Yeah.
So please add yourself. Please share it. Share it with the world.
Yeah. Just don't say stupid
Let
ass
us
racist
into your
shit.
lives. Let us into your lives.
Yeah. Open
You want to
yourself
talk to
wide.
me?
Open
You wanna
yourself
talk
to
Dom?
us.
You want to talk to Biff?
We
My
will
soon to be one-eared Biff.
We will put Biff on the computer if that's what you want.
We're gonna have an official event in the group. It's gonna be Facebook Live Q&A with Biff, and I'm just gonna put Biff on Facebook Live, sitting there, and he'll answer all your questions.
Maybe we could do it as like a video chat thing.
Yeah, so that's official Facebook group, Postmortem Show Horror Movie Podcast. Please join. Please share it with your friends. top 5 schools in horror movies.
Yeah.
Horror movie schools.
Learning. Educations, or institutions of learning.
Institutions of higher learning.
Yeah. I was pretty high when I was in school.
That's why you got to get on the happy bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does LeVar Burton drive the happy bus?
I think he does.
Yeah.
LeVar Burton. The serpent in the Reading Rainbow. Just take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow.
I can do anything.
I forgot about that part. That's like the second verse.
Yeah.
What's the first verse?
Yeah. Something about butterfly in the sky.
I can fly, butterfly in the sky. I can fly twice as high. Take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow.
You know a song is a fucking classic when the opening verse is just fucking 2 bars.
You realize that this
There's
is our
not-
end song of our episode like 3 or 4 episodes ago or
Yeah.
something? So someone is probably listening to this being like, yes, we know what you're talking
Why
about.
the fuck are you talking about this song?
Still. The Serpent in the Reading Rainbow.
Yeah.
Or Monster Mashup.
We just gotta change the name of our podcast to Reading Rainbow.
Biff's Reading Rainbow.
Biff's Reading
featuring Doug Jones and H.P. Lovecraft.
What does the illiterate rainbow look like?
They have to ride the short happy bus to get there. To the illiterate rainbow. But it's time for the top 5 schools. And since your girlfriend suggested this here list, our listener, first off, postmortem listener. Second off, Dom's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Met through the show. Whirlwind romance.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly. Actually met her through wrestling, which is weird.
That is very weird because she's not a wrestler.
Yeah, she's not.
So, since she suggested this list,
I'm going first.
you're going first.
All right.
Start us off.
My number 5 is from a classy little British ghost film. I believe it's still on Netflix, called The Awakening. It's an unnamed boarding school haunted by the ghosts of a young boy who was left there, abandoned by his family. Very, very fucking classic in its style.
I've never seen that.
It's just a big, ominous, huge boarding school building, and the way that it's shot, you just feel like you could get lost in it. The way the director shoots it is very disorienting, and super cool little movie. If you like slow burn ghost stories, because that's what it is. It's a very British ghost story.
No, I don't think I'd like it then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no titties or dicks or
I don't like a very British anything.
yeah. Really? Not
No,
even
no,
like
no.
a very British rim job? They hold their pinky up.
They put some salt on it first and hold their pinky up.
Scone in the other hand.
Governor.
Tickle your balls, governor.
My number 5 is The Loved Ones.
Yeah.
When Brent turns down his classmate Lola's invitation to the prom, she concocts a wildly violent plan for revenge. You're going to go to the prom with me? No, we're going to have our own prom.
We are.
Right here in my basement.
With her weird-ass dad.
And Daddy's here to help.
Yeah.
You will date my daughter. And you will love her. Or I will kill you.
Right. Number 4. Once again, School Unnamed, from a zombie movie that is way better than it has any right to be, called Dance of the Dead. I was upset when I saw the synopsis for this movie because it's the exact same plot to a role-playing game that I wrote back in 2002-ish. But the movie was so good that I couldn't be pissed about it afterwards.
Yeah, it stole your concept.
Yeah,
Because it's random. They didn't know.
yeah, the zombies.
They're like, fuck you, Dom.
Fuck you, Dom.
You know what? Sad bus. Sad bus for you, Dom.
No LeVar Burton on your bus. Your bus driver is Bobcat Goldthwait. It's a zombie prom movie, where a guy gets dumped by his girlfriend the night before the prom, and then there's a zombie outbreak and he has to save her. But it turns out that these zombies are they kind of see with their ears, and their senses are confused by loud music. So like the local punk band fucking saves the day.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Local punk band. Saving the day. Happy bus.
Yeah.
Back to the happy bus.
Yeah, that's right.
So, my number 4. Night of the Demons 2.
Yeah.
Boob hands.
Fuck yeah.
Boob hands. Catholic school. Tennis. Boob hands. Mouse. Need I say more?
That's all you need to say.
Acidic boob hands. That's the name of this here episode.
Hasidic boob hands.
Hasidic boob hands? Oy vey.
Oy vey, my hands are melting. All right, number 3, Nuke 'Em High.
Hell yeah.
From the Troma Classic.
I like number
Nuke 'Em
2.
High. Yeah, number 2 is a great movie.
Number 2 is my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just everything, like, all of the fucking tropes of 80s movies, from, like, the evil punks and fucking toxic waste and all that.
Roger.
The
reporter Roger in number 2.
Yeah. All the
Brick
good stuff.
Bronski.
Brick Bronski. It's, you know, I feel like those movies are, like, fucking, like, Troma's, like, the pinnacle of what Troma has done.
Yeah.
You know, they're really, like, sort of their best work. It's
Yeah.
like, it's
number 2 especially to me. Number 1 is alright. Number 3 and 4, whatever. Is there a 4? Maybe it's just 3.
There's a 4th I haven't seen.
Yeah. And then there's the Return of Nuke 'Em High, which I have my signed poster that says, "To Kaylee and Annabelle from Toxie, clean your room."
That's awesome.
Lloyd Kaufman, that's his writing.
Nice.
He signed it to my daughters.
That's really
My friend
cool.
got me that. I didn't even know.
Yeah?
My friend went to a convention.
Yeah.
My friend lives in Vegas, Sky. And he went to this horror convention. Lloyd Kaufman was there. He's like, "Hey, can you sign this to my friend?" Or sign it to my friend. And he's like, I don't know why. Somehow he signed it to my daughters.
Huh. I think Lloyd Kaufman's stalking you.
Yeah. I hope so.
That'd be cool.
Uncle Unky Lloydie. That's what it says on there.
Nice.
AKA Unky Lloydie.
Nice. That's awesome.
It is.
I'm surprised that's not framed. You should frame that shit.
I should, huh?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I'm just lazy.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a craftsman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not much of a go to the 99-cent storesman.
My wife is super into that shit. I'm sure she would frame everything in this fucking place.
Yeah.
But
Put glitter on it.
yeah. I prefer to live in my own filth. Prefer to wallow in my own den I've created. See this pile of trash I've accumulated that I'm lying in right now?
Most of this is used toilet paper.
I'm just rubbing it all over my body for warmth.
I like my own musk.
Here's a heater. Here's a blanket. No. Powered by trash.
Toilet paper mummy.
I'll light it on fire. Trash fire all over myself. Trash fire self-immolation.
Nice.
All right, what number are we?
Number 3.
Number 3. My number 3. School-related. The trials and tribulations of a young female werewolf in Ginger Snaps.
That's right.
I love Ginger Snaps.
Yeah.
I really do. It's Catherine Isabel. I think she should have been so much bigger, you know?
Absolutely.
She still is. Like, she's a scream queen and stuff,
Yeah.
but, like, I think she should have got it more, like, she should have a big mansion.
Right.
Because she kills it.
Yeah.
You know, she did really good.
Yeah, she can act. She looks good. She's a total package.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Total package with a little bit of hair on the nipples.
Yeah.
Hairy nips. I'm there, bro.
Yeah.
Put
I like Lex Luger.
I like to put some
Speaking of total packages.
put some pomade on those hairy nipples. We're good to go.
Style them up.
Yeah.
Give them Kiwi hair.
You're the Bobby Heenan to my Lex Luger. Look at yourself in the mirror. Look at it. Remember when Lex Luger
Yeah,
was
he
like
was the narcissist.
Narcissist Lex Luger with
Yeah.
his mirrors with fireworks and sparklers going off on top of them.
Yeah.
As Bobby Heenan was like cutting a gay promo.
Yeah, pretty
about how
gay.
much he was beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Yeah. Bobby gives brains, Heenan.
R.I.P. Love you, Bob.
Yeah.
One love.
One love.
One love to the B-Man.
The Heenster. The Heens. The Heenanator.
The Heenan family.
Yeah. We're at number 2 already? We're at number 2 already.
Number 2.
My number 2 is the Tons Academy from Suspiria.
Hell yeah, Suspiria is awesome.
Going on my theme of ominous schools that are shot in a very, very disorienting way, fucking... They nailed it with this movie. This movie is the definition of disorientation.
Yeah, I love it, especially the end. I mean, it takes a while to get there, but back in the time when Suspiria was like, you know, I was born in 85.
Yeah.
So what were you, 80?
80.
80, yeah. So Suspiria came out in like the late 70s, right? Early
78,
80s?
I think.
78. Yeah. So by the time like I was born, there was some great horror movies already existing, but you could wait that long.
Yeah.
Like if Suspiria came out now, it wouldn't do as well, I don't think.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because not enough happens.
Yeah.
It takes, you know, it's a little, but I love it.
Well, and also Suspiria's was, you know, there wasn't really anything like it. You know, at least for American audiences. I mean, there were other like Giallo movies and other Italian movies that were like that. But you know, when Suspiria hit American audiences, they didn't fucking know what to expect. It was like when The Exorcist landed.
I had it. She was on my top 5 laughs. Helena Marcos.
Yeah.
You. Helena Marcos.
Marcos.
And that face.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that face.
Never.
There's a good payoff. It makes you wait, but there's a great payoff. My number 2. Yeah. Some more Japanese. I mean, wait, you said Taiwanese.
Thai.
Oh, Thai. Taiwanese, Japanese, dirty knees. Look at these. Battle Royale.
Yeah.
I love me some Battle Royale.
It's a great movie.
Great music.
Great,
I love that.
Fucking epic fucking music.
Epic music. And what a great concept. Hunger Games ripped it off.
Many things have.
Yes. But the concept of the class has to kill each other. Only one can survive. They get a backpack with miscellaneous weapons.
Some of them
There's
suck.
a pretty sweet-ass Asian military guy in a sweatsuit.
Yeah.
As a leader. Everyone else is in camos with a helmet.
Yeah.
He's in a sweatsuit. There's a lot of Asian going on in this episode.
It is.
There's a lot of Asian stereotypes. I'd like to apologize to the Asian American community.
Yeah.
And the Asian community in general.
In general, yeah. For everything.
For everything.
Everything.
Yeah, I'm
that
sorry
has
for Dom sitting here. He's looking at me, and he's trying to be serious. And he's trying to apologize, but he has his hands in the corner of his eyes, and he's stretching
And
them.
I'm making buck teeth.
And he's doing the Chinese, Japanese, dirty knees, look at these things.
And I've got a little
Where
fucking
he-
Casio keyboard here, and I'm just hitting the fucking black keys. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, I love Asian horror. I love Asian people.
Yeah. Asian horror is fucking great, man.
Yeah.
Unhinged.
It is. So,
I love schoolgirls getting fucked by tentacle monsters.
and that's a stance that we have come near and dear to at the Postmortem Show.
Yeah, we support this.
We support that. If there's one thing we can support, it's Asian schoolgirls getting fucked by tentacle monsters.
Absolutely.
All right, number 1.
My number 1 is Sunnydale High from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, both the TV show and the movie.
Wow.
Though in the TV show, it's built on a hellmouth, which is like a pit to hell that demons come out of. So like fucked up shit is always happening there. Like I love the idea of a high school being built on the fucking entryway to hell.
Yeah,
because high school is fucking hell.
I've never got into it. I know you say you love you some Buffy.
Yeah,
and Doug Jones is involved.
he is.
But I don't know. I just never got into it. I always thought it was like for girls.
It's worth a binge watch.
Like a Twilight, a precursor to Twilight.
No. It's much more hardcore than that.
Okay. That's like you're like fuck NSYNC. Fuck yeah, NSYNC hardcore. You ever hear a little band called Backstreet Boys? And I'm like, what? Backstreet Boys? You think that's hardcore? Ba doo wop.
Oh, shit.
Hanson.
Well, I'm just gonna have
And then
to.
you're like,
I'll
boom.
I'll see your Hanson and raise you 98 degrees.
Oh, and I'll raise you the right stuff.
Oh.
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Oh yeah.
It's such a good vibration.
What the fuck is happening on this here show right now?
It has devolved.
It has devolved into Asian stereotypes and boy bands. My
Frosted tips and slanty eyes.
my number 1, we brought it up earlier. We were talking about some awkward excision.
That's right. That is definitely.
I want to lose my virginity to you. I've decided this.
Great movie.
And then later, in front of the girlfriend, I have herpes. That time that we fucked? Yeah. When we did that?
She's just
I have
such an
herpes.
awkward yet manipulative psychopath.
Yeah. She's great.
Yeah.
And 68 Kill, man. She was so good in
she
that.
has range.
Annalyn McCord is so good. She is my favorite working actress today.
Yeah.
She's my favorite, bar none.
Yeah.
I love Excision. I love 68 Kill. She's a chameleon.
Yeah.
She can get into any role, and she's amazing.
Yeah, she
And
can
her
be
performance
ugly and
in
awkward. She can be hot. She can be psycho. Yeah.
Excision would not have been the movie it would have been without her performance.
Absolutely.
You have Stewart from Hostel, too. You have Tracy Lords.
Yeah.
But without her, Excision wouldn't have been the great fucking movie that it was.
Yeah.
I give it a 10 out of 10. I love it.
For sure. Yeah. If you have not seen Excision, go watch this movie. Find it.
I have hiccups.
And prepare yourself for a fucked up ending.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, Excision. If you guys have not seen Excision, please check it out. Great fucking movie.
Yeah.
Great movie, and I'll watch anything the director does.
Yeah. So. And, you know, as you're watching this movie, like, and you're thinking, this isn't a horror movie. Why are they talking about it on Postmortem? Just wait.
Oh, no.
Just wait.
I mean, we always say anything dark, disturbing, horrific.
Yeah.
And we just have our own little sense of humor.
Yeah.
And I love this shit.
Yeah.
I love that awkward shit, you know? Like happiness. If you say happiness is in a horror movie, I'll talk about happiness all the time.
Happiness
it's not a horror movie.
It's fucking horrific, though.
Yeah, it's not a
horrific
horror movie,
for the
but-
first 3 minutes.
Yeah, as long as it's awkward, as long as it's disturbing.
As long as someone's getting molested.
Yeah.
As long as dogs are licking semen off of a balcony and John Lovitz is blowing his head off.
Pretty much.
Yep. I have a 0 before we go into our...
I have a 0, too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
My 0 is Miskatonic University.
Miskatonic University.
From many, many movies, many, many stories.
It's a good thing you brought that up, because my 0 is a little movie we like to call Reanimator.
Yep.
Long banned on the show. My favorite movie of all time, Reanimator.
But this list was made for it.
It was made for it.
Yeah.
Miskatonic Medical University in Reanimator. The best. Simply the best. The top horror school.
Yeah. Any college that is sort of predicated on its paranormal studies department, its parapsychology department. Great movie. Great concept. And I don't have any honorable mentions.
I have a bunch.
All right, lay them out there.
I'm gonna lay them out there.
Yeah. Butterfly in the sky.
I'm gonna lay them down like stepping stones that you're gonna have to merely skip over on your way to the happy bus to ride your way onto that reading rainbow.
That's beautiful.
You're my butterfly in the sky, Dom.
Aw, thank you.
And you can fly twice as high.
That's right.
If you take a look, it's in a book.
Reading rainbow.
You're a little late on your cue there, buddy. Okay, honorable mentions. The Faculty. I think The Faculty is criminally underrated.
Absolutely.
It is the standard, alien pod, Invasion of the Body Snatchers movie, but it's
the PE
way
teacher.
good. I think it's much better than the time frame it came out in. When you had the I Know What You Did Last Summer and all the Scream clones, that was the last boom period for horror before this new period we're experiencing right now, in my opinion.
Yeah, and it was an MTV film, which those movies get bad raps, but a lot of them are good.
Some of them are good.
Idle Hands was good. That was an MTV film.
Idle Hands is really good, yeah. That could be... Actually, it's not on my... Oh, it is on my honorable mentions.
Oh,
Idle
cool.
Hands as well. Prom Night.
Yeah.
Night of the Creeps.
Yeah.
Carrie. Scream. Cherry Falls.
I have
You ever
not
see
seen
that?
that one.
It's about a movie where all the kids at this high school are getting murdered if they're virgins. So they have like sex parties where they have to have like orgies and stuff because anyone who's a virgin is going to get killed.
Wow.
That's why it's Cherry Falls.
Yeah.
Class of Nukem High 2. The Craft.
Yes.
Surprised that wasn't on your list.
Yeah, I think I left it off because I use it so much.
A movie I saw with my father in the theater. And saw some boobage. And me and my dad, we looked at each other and we high-fived in the theater to the boobs.
Nice.
And Disturbing Behavior.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
It is another good movie.
It's another one that gets lumped in with the Faculty thing. It's late 90s.
It's got Katie Holmes in it, so people are like,
she's like punked out.
Yeah.
Katie Holmes is smoking hot,
Yeah.
especially punked out Katie Holmes. So, drive a man to Scientology. Enough to drive a man to Scientology.
Yeah.
The Substitute.
Yeah, that's another good one.
The Convent, a movie that I told you need to see.
Yeah, so I need to see
Snoop
that.
Dogg and Bill Moseley, you will be leaving here with The Convent.
Okay.
You have to. It has to happen.
All right.
Final Destination.
Yeah.
The first one's good.
Yeah, it is.
Halloween.
Yeah?
Nightmare on Elm Street. And my last honorable mention, Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation.
Where's the school in that?
It's Renee Zellweger and them. They're at prom and shit.
Oh, that's
Remember when
right,
She runs
yeah.
away from prom.
Yeah.
She sees him. She sees her boy. Renee Zellweger sees her boyfriend fully making out with another girl outside, and catches him, and goes, oh, "Come on, what are you doing?" And he looks at her, and the other girl runs away, and he looks at her, and he says, "Gosh, it's like I can't even talk to my friends anymore."
That's right.
After she catches him making out with this chick.
Yeah.
I can't even talk to my
forgot about
friends
that.
anymore. So it's got some high school.
Yeah.
Some high school in there.
young, kind of chunky Renee Zellweger.
Yeah. Yeah, much preferred to the You Had Me at Hello.
Yeah.
You had me at hell no.
All right, so I guess that's it. I don't have any, so
That's it.
yeah. Well, I guess as H.P. Lovecraft once said, as he skipped across the stepping stones and got onto the happy bus to the Reading Rainbow. If it smells like fish,
Throw the fucker back.
Get onto the bus that's gonna take you back to Beelzebub.